So this is Larry the Barber Man with Luca at the Sandyman Chop Shop here in Exeter. I'm just going to do a quick interview with Luca to find out where his journey in barbering began and just to get an insight about Luca himself. So Luca, tell me, the standard question, where is it you started in barbering and what was your inspiration and motivation to become a barber?
I've got my mum to thank for that. When I was 14, I was desperate to find a Saturday job. And I was going around everywhere, and because I was 14, no one would employ me. And we were walking past the hairdressers, and my mum was like, "Why don't you work in there? And all you got to do is sweep hair and stuff like that." And I was like, "Oh no, I can't do that." I used to play a lot of rugby at the time. I was like, "No way, that's not cool." And then I got desperate, and I thought, you know what, I'll just do it. And I went in, got the interview, and the more I worked around hair, the more I loved it. And I was like, I think I know what I want to do. So I qualified as a hairdresser when I was 18. And then I started moving on to more barbering because it just interested me a bit more. And that's the story of how I got into barbering. I just fell in love with it, really.
Okay, so you said you started off in hairdressing, and now you're doing barbering. What kind of styles are you specialising in barbering right now? In December of 2015.
I do. I mean, over the last year, all I've done is just like skin fade pomp, like every single day. And I'm still doing loads of skin fades, which I love doing. Like, it's one of my favourite haircuts. But now I'm doing more textured tops. So it's bringing back a lot of my hairdressing training, like point cutting and over directing and stuff like that. And I love that, like, because it's bringing all of my skills into what I love doing today. So it's like, yeah, I'm doing a lot of textured cuts now.
So moving on, say up to spring, where do you think you'll be?
I can see less sort of slick backs and stuff like that going on. I can see people moving on. I can't see the skin fade yet disappearing, especially in the southwest. I can't see it disappearing as yet, but I think it will eventually. But I think it'll move more towards like really low tapers and like sort of skin taper and stuff like that. I think it'll move more towards that sort of thing. So still nice and clean and sharp, but a little bit longer.
Okay, so you're a very seasoned barber. I mean, you've got the choice of barbershops that you could probably work for in the southwest. Why have you chosen Sandyman's Chop Shop in particular as your base, if you like?
I met Bones about 2 years ago now, and there was no shop. There was just a brand, and he approached me to do all the shows, all the tattoo conventions and stuff like that with him. And of course I was just like, yeah, man, I loved the sound of this concept and I'd love to be involved in it. So our fundamental aim was to eventually have a base and have a shop. And I wanted to open a shop in Exeter, and so did Bones. But I didn't have the funding. So I said, look, I'll manage the shop. You open it, and let's see what happens. And so we created this, and we love it, and it's very busy, and it's growing bigger and bigger, and it's amazing to see. Neither of us are from here. Well, none of the staff are actually from Exeter. So we came here knowing nobody. I knew one person, and that was my mate Jimmer. And that was it. And we've created something. It's just, yeah.
Okay, and tell me how, I know the answer to this question, but tell me how this shop differs from the rest of the shops kind of within a half-a-mile radius of Sandyman's Chop Shop. What is the customer's experience? How is the customer's experience different here to other shops?
I would say I don't like to talk badly on other shops because they are what they are. But I just think, we're not, I'd say we put a bit more pride into it. From what I've seen and I'm not saying all the barbers are like it, but from what I've seen and what I've had to fix, it's very in and out, just get them done, get them in the chair, get them done, get them out again. Here we'd like to create more of like a lifestyle, so people actually come here to hang out and to spend time with us. And that's what I like doing. I like spending time with my clients. When you're with me for 45 minutes, you're with me for 45 minutes. There's no, I'm off here and I'm sorting out that person or whatever. Like, I'm with you and that's it. And I don't think a lot of other shops do that. I think they just want to make that money and get them out. And I think barbering now is like, there should be more to it than just in and out, quick, earn that money and not really care.
Okay, tell me a bit about you kind of got some vintage kind of vibe going on in there. Tell me the thought that went into the vintageness and kind of skateboarding.
Yeah, it's us, basically. We didn't want to create something that wasn't us, something fake. Like, we didn't want that. We wanted people to come in and go, oh, you got skateboards, or do any of you skate? You don't want to turn around and go, no, I just like the look of them. Like, Bones is the skater. He always has been since he was a kid. He's 40 now and he's still skating. I'm more of a biker. Like, I've got motorbikes and I've competed freestyle BMX. I've raced downhill mountain bikes. So I'm two wheels only. Four's too much for me. But yeah, and with the vintage stuff, like, it's all tattoo orientated, and we're all tattooed in here. We like old things. Like, I've got classic bikes. Bones has got a classic car. It's
just classic guys.
Yeah, it's classic, isn't it?
And tell me, a lot of barbershops are offering their own product range of some description. Do you have any of your own products here at Chop Shop?
Not yet. It's something that we've got in the pipeline and we're working on at the moment. But we've been working on it for a little while. We're just so fussy. We keep sending stuff back so we don't like it, but it's not a bad thing, I suppose. But yeah, we will. We've got our own clothing range, like t-shirts, hats, and hoodies and jumpers and stuff. But product-wise, not yet.
That in itself is a product.
That in itself is a product. Yeah, I always think products. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So we have got products, but not hair products and beard products and stuff like that yet.
Okay, in terms of present and future education, is there anything you're doing right now?
Yeah, we do once a month we do a shave course here. We've done a few now, and they've been really successful. It's spread over 2 days, and it's really, because it's such a small shop, it's really close. So there's only 3 people in the course at a time. So it's really close educating, which is really cool. I don't do it personally. It's PJ and Bones that do it. But I would like to, further down the line, I would like to do sort of cutting, educating and stuff like that, which I am working on sorting out and setting up, because there's not really much in the Southwest.
That's right, exactly.
Yeah, everyone seems to go to sort of LSB in London and like stuff like that, which they had me up to do a guest, which was wicked. It was like a pleasure, and yeah.
From what I gather, that's like one of the biggest honours from a barber.
100%.
School of Barbering.
Yeah, 100%. I was so nervous. I got out there. Hello. I went to, because they got two places, haven't they?
Facilities, yeah.
And I went to the wrong one, and I'm on the phone, and I'm just a Devon boy, like from Exeter, thinking, what the hell am I doing? Like, where am I going? Like, I had to get on this tube, and I was on the phone to my mate Frank Glorified, and I'm just like, Frank, where do I go, mate? Like, he was cracking right up. But no, it was an absolute honour. Like, and they want me up again at some point next year, so I'm well happy about that. Thank you.
And tell me, you're involved in a number of charities and good causes. Tell me a little bit about them.
I mean, firstly, Papyrus, which is we've put together a massive group of barbers from all over the country, and Holland and Ireland, and it's to do with people recognising young suicide, why it happens, and it's a pretty big deal in the UK at the moment, and it shouldn't be happening. And one thing that we're trying to put across is the whole barbering community, to talk to your clients, because a client can be sat in your chair that wants to talk to you and they can't. So I think it's just about making people aware, and we're not just barbers. People tell us their problems all the time. People can be having, their wives are having an affair, they've lost their auntie, all these problems that people feel that they can actually talk to a barber. And we should be people's friends, and we should be sort of paying a bit more attention. And that's the whole movement in that, the Lions Barber Collective. The other one I'm involved in is literally one that lies quite close to my heart, which is, I lost my brother when I was younger, and he spent a lot of time in a place called Littlebridge House, which is a children's hospice near Barnstable. And it's, I go there every year with my dad, and we take colouring books and like presents. We took them a wee last year, and it's somewhere that I like to, keep quite close to me, and go down and see how they're getting on, and all the staff and stuff like that. So
okay, and just briefly, because you've got someone waiting outside.
Yeah.
What does how does barbering come into these charities and good causes?
Because you're working so closely with people. Yeah. I think that's why, and it's so one-on-one. It's exactly like going to a doctor. It's just you and the doctor. I think it's the same with a barber. You're in total control when your client is in your chair. They're yours, and vice versa. So I think because you're working so closely with people, these things just happen. People talk, and they unleash sometimes, and it does make you feel better. You talk about stuff, and I'm the worst for it. I'll keep everything in here, but I'll take everything on. But I'm learning now, the older I get, to just got a problem, talk about it. So much better.
So Luca, tell me, where do you actually see yourself in 5 years' time in barbering?
I'd like to do a lot more shows. I did a demo for Bluebeard's Revenge at Barber Connect this year, which again was like a massive, massive thing for me. And I was really nervous yet again, but I loved it. So I'd love to do more of that. And probably my own shop at some point, or shops. Yeah. That's,
harnessing off the experience of Sandyman shop.
That's it, yeah. And, Bones knows that it'll happen one day. He's given me a great opportunity, and it's been an amazing journey, which is still going. I'm in no rush. I still think that I'm quite young, so I'm in no rush. And I just want to just keep bettering myself, really, as a barber and as a person. So, yeah.
And in barbering so far during this journey, what would you say was the one greatest moment in your barbering career that you can remember?
I think doing the guest spot at LSB is up there. That's something that I'm really, really proud of. And Barber Connect, being on stage, they asked me to. I was all mic'd up, and I'm not really one to kind of say this is how this should be done, and this is how this. You're all barbers. You're watching me. you know how to do it, but this is the way that I do it. It's not the right way. It's not the wrong way. It's just it's just my way. Yeah, it's just Lukas' way, and it might be really wrong, but who knows?
For me, that's where the power is. The power is in the things that you haven't done. That's how you learn and grow, in my eyes.
Definitely. And learning off of all my friends, really. I've got so many friends that are well-respected barbers that I look up to massively, and I think just keep learning and keep developing.
Luca, when I asked you during some pre-interview questions and asked what was your strongest skill within barbering, you said it was your people skills. Tell me what your clients experience when they come in and deal with you in particular.
I'm pretty sure a lot of my clients would love to answer that question. I just like having a laugh. I like making sure not only that I do the best job that I possibly can, but I like having a laugh. People, they go through every day having stress, and I think if they can come in here and de-stress and have a laugh and forget about everything that's going on out there for half an hour, 40 minutes, an hour, then I've done my job. And I do this every day, and I think if I can't have a laugh every day, I'm in the wrong job, for me personally. So I never wanted a job sat behind a desk. I wanted a job with people. And this is the only thing I'm good at. so I just like having a laugh with everyone.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And in your opinion, what is the state of the barbering industry right now for you, both the positives and the negatives?
Positive, that's easy. It's only getting bigger. It's only getting better. The tools are getting better. The skills are getting better. And everyone's just learning off of each other now, I think. And like other barbers, like it's no longer, oh yeah, so where do you work? It's like, oh yeah, cool. So what do you use? And how would you go around that? And more barbers are starting to ask each other more questions, and I think that's fantastic. And that's the only way that we'll grow. The bad thing, I would say, the very few people that are pure attitude and egos. I just don't think there's any room for egos in this. Well, in anything, but especially this kind of profession, there's no room for it. You work with people. It's a skill. It's a gift. Don't be big-headed. Just enjoy it.
And do you think that egotism is fueled by social media? Because lots of barbers are on Instagram. I mean, that's...
Yeah, 100%. It's like, I've got 15,000 followers and stuff like that. And it's like, that's great, but the way I see followers is more people knowing what I do, so the busier I get. That's the way I see it. Not more people can see just how good I am. It's making me busier. So I don't care. The more followers I get, the more custom I get. So that's the way I look at it.